What is up, YouTube and Outcome Reach family? We are back with another video today. And first thing I want to say before we get started is I hope everyone is having an amazing day so far. And in today's video, we are going to be flowing with the markets, right? We're going to be learning how to flow with the markets and just doing a little bit of back testing on GbpAud. So before we get into the back testing, one thing I always like to preach is I like to keep things super simple, keep market structure in your arsenal. Um, just keep things super simple for yourself, right? So looking at the basic movement of the market, right? In a uptrend, we will see a higher high or a high, excuse me, and a higher low. And then this structure, market structure, will get broken and retested, and structure will retest structure. And then it will break structure, creating a new higher high, retest structure, break structure, and retest structure, right? And that is your behaviors for an uptrend, and vice versa for a downtrend, right? We have a lower high that breaks through a low point, and structure retests structure, breaks through structure, retests structure, creating that new lower high, signifying that we are now potentially in a downtrend. The market will break lower under this previous lower low, creating a new lower low, and retest structure, giving us that lower high, and so on like this. Okay, so this is what we are going to be back testing today on the chart, and let's get right into it. So we are on GbpAud, and I guess we can just start like right here, I suppose. Okay, so we are just going to let the market play out a little bit, and so we can see where we're at, see what's going on, just examine the market, right? Stay patient, stay patient in these markets. And another thing to keep in mind, right, is, a lot of people talk about patience, but, you don't need to have a fear of missing out on any certain types of moves, because in the market here, there's always going to be a setup, right? If you miss a setup, don't worry, because, you know, there will always be a setup in the market. So just letting price play out a little bit here. And you can see this is looking somewhat like an uptrend so far. What I want to see, okay, so right here, what I want to see, you see how price has broken through structure here now. So I will be looking for structure to retest structure, possibly back up in this area. Now, if it doesn't give us that, I don't care. no worries. I don't worry about missing a setup. Okay, it came pretty close. It looks like this might come back up. All right, so look, the market didn't fully get up to this area, but we look at this recent impulse right here that the market has shown us, right? So now what we see is we have a high, a new low, but now we didn't break above these highs here. So now we have this lower high, right? Potentially signifying that we can look for sell opportunities now. So the recent structure that got broken in this area, I would be looking maybe right in this area here for the market to break through, retest structure, and continue to the downside. So let's play this out. So I would have entered already about right in here, and this is moving down now nicely. We are on the daily time frame on GbpAud, so um, the pip count is pretty high. This was a 444 pip move and potentially could go lower. So one thing to take into consideration. Okay, so let's look at this. So one thing to take into consideration when looking at these markets is a lot of the time the market will set itself up for you, right? And this will take back a lot of practice, back testing, a lot of studying, to train your eyes to see things um, you know, easier, I guess I should say, because these markets really, you know, they are simple, but they're not easy, right? It's like a code that some people can crack and some others cannot. But what I'm looking at now, so I see this recent impulse up right after this down move right here. We did bounce off of this previous demand level here and broke structure to the upside from about this area, I should say. So what I would be looking for is potentially the market to break structure, come back in this area, and continue to the upside. So let's see what happens. Okay, so it didn't get quite down in there before giving us a nice impulse up. Um, but okay, so here's what I will be looking for now. So we had a low and we created a new high here. And the market did not come back lower under these lows. So we have now a higher low area in this market, giving us potential confirmation now that we can look for buys. Price has now broken above this previous high right here. So I think I will look in this area for a potential continuation for buys to the upside like this. Okay, so the market dipped back into that area very nicely. Now the next one, the next area, the next high We'll delete this. We'll keep this kind of clean here. The next high, right? So a new high got created, and a new lower or a new higher low got created. So a higher high, higher low, and then we had this impulse up. So maybe a potential entry can be can present itself down in this area. Another thing to take into consideration is for uptrends, entries will be your higher low points, and for downtrends, entries will be um, your lower high points. So I hope that makes sense. Keep that in mind, and let's continue on now here. Okay, guys, so check this out now. Look, the market did not get back down into this area before um, going up. So now here we have a new high, and this looking like a higher low, right? So a new higher high, higher low, and then we broke through structure. Right here could be our potential area to look for our next potential buy opportunity. So let's play this out. See how the market dipped back into this area, giving us that new higher low. Remember, your entries in uptrend will be your higher low points. Okay, so here was your previous high. Now we have a higher high right here. The market dips back into this high, this structure, and shoots up. This is on GbpAud, so the pips are, the pip count is pretty high. This is a extremely volatile pair. Uh, so 430 pips so far off this buy opportunity, which is really good. And let's just let this play out a little bit more. Um, so, okay, so look, now let's see what happened here really quick. So the market made a high, right? A higher high because this high is higher than this one, and it created a higher low. But look what happened now. Look what happened now. The market did not come up higher than this high here. So we did not see a higher high, um, higher than this high here. So let's see if it does break above this or goes lower. Okay, so here is this impulse. This is a strong indication that now this might be a shift in structure, a change in sentiment. But look, another thing to notice is now look, we have a high, a lower, um, a lower high, a lower low, and then a lower high. So look at where structure had gotten broken this significant area of this pullback before this lower high was created, right? And then structure broke through. So this can potentially be an area of interest that we can look for to see if this can go to the downside even more. And if it doesn't get back up to this area, just remember, guys, it doesn't matter because there will always be trading opportunities um, in the market. There will always be. Okay, so we did get back up into this area here um, and moved lower. Now, look, structure, we have signified this lower low and this lower high here. So we have a lower high and a lower low right here. The market rejected from our area and broke through this low here. So maybe we can use this area as a potential opportunity now to continue to the downside. And I like that this aggressively broke through that low. That is a strong indication that we can potentially see structure continue to the downside. So what I would be looking for is a break of that low, a retest back in this zone to continue lower. Okay, so that is what the market is showing us so far. And now we are breaking this low as well, or this one. We broke through this one. You guys see this strong breakthrough structure, and we are kind of holding, um, under this area. So we have a new lower low and then a new lower high in this area, right? And now if we broke through this low, we could potentially see a new lower low in this area here. So let me put my zone right in here and let's play this out. And all I'm doing, guys, is just flowing with the market. I'm using market structure, right? And I am just letting the market set up for me, okay? And here is a perfect, um, something I can say is, there isn't a perfect strategy, and there isn't a strategy that is 100%. If you are looking for a strategy that is 100%, you are dreaming, right? So we are, on the daily time frame. So there was potential profit um, in from the rejection of this zone, about a maximum of 192 pips, which is very great, right? But ultimately, this did break above that structure. Maybe would have left us at break even, and that is perfectly okay. Breaking even is better than a loss, and I will take break even on my trades all day before I take a loss, right? Managing your trade is very, very important. So now, with that being said, we see this impulse up, right? So potentially now maybe we can come back down into this area that where structure had gotten broken for maybe a continuation for buys now. So right here, we have this high here. And what I would like to see is, a break above this zone to go higher now, right? The market is trying to tell us that maybe we could go higher. Okay, perfect. So we have this high here, and now we are starting to see a lower, or excuse me, a higher low in this area, and the market has started to break above this high. So we didn't get back into this area down here. That is perfectly fine. And one thing that I like in setups like that is because if the market doesn't get back down to an area that was previously broken, and it just makes a low, a a um, a higher low or a lower high, depending on if you're in an uptrend or a downtrend. I like that when this breaks this previous higher high, so that's like a real strong indication of direction in the market. So the previous high that the recent high that it was broken was this one right here. So what I would want to see is that break, retest, and then continuation maybe from this zone here. So let's play this out. Okay, very nice. Very nice. Um, awesome. So look, we have a new higher high, and then from that entry point, from the higher low, we have a new higher low. Market has broken structure up here, and we can potentially retest structure in this zone now for a potential move to go higher. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful entry right here. And then also, look, so from this high here, we created a new high, a higher high in this area right here. And from this low, right, we didn't break through, the market didn't come back down and break under this low, giving us that new higher low. So we're going to, stay in line with the trend, guys. Stay in line and flow with the trend, right? The trend is your friend, and market structure is king, right? This is the overall movement of how structure moves. This is how the market moves, right? I always say that structure will retest structure, and keeping things simple in your trading is very key. It is the more simple you keep your trading, the less stress, right? The stress-free trading, you will enjoy, you know, back testing. You will enjoy looking for that next setup. You will grow, your confidence will grow when you look at the charts, right? I'm giving it to you guys. I'm giving you some nuggets here that can potentially help you guys out. This can potentially be a game changer for a lot of people, right? So let's continue on. We have a higher high, or excuse me, a higher high up here because it is higher than this previous high. And let's see where the market goes. So we had a nice rejection from this structure area here, about 382 pips in 1, 2, 3 days. Okay, that is a very, very, very good trade setup. I say anything over 50 pips is you know can make you can give you a living off of trading, right? When you don't look at it, when you look at it from a percentage gain and not a monetary gain, eventually when you up your lot sizes, uh, say a standard lot size on 50 pips is $500. Well, a standard lot size with, 350 pips is $3,500 in 2 or 3 days. That is incredible. That is more in a couple days. You got more than what most people make in a whole month at their job. So let's keep on going with this. Okay, perfect. So look, the market has broken now. We have broken structure now. We see this reversal pattern, this M pattern, right? That is a strong reversal pattern. And now we can look, it doesn't look like, because this is already breaking lower, um, so it's not looking like the market can get back up into this area here. But let's just play this out and see if it does. Let's see. Can it go back up? Okay, so let's see right here. The market has made its way back up into that so-called neckline of this M formation. You guys know that we don't really trade retail patterns. I am just flowing with structure, break of structure, and retesting structure, right? So let's play this out. Okay, so there was a nice rejection on this zone here for about 272 pips. Um, that is an amazing trade right there. And let's play this out. Here's another reason why I want to play this out more is because um, we we didn't break lower than this area here, right? We didn't break lower than this. The market didn't come lower and retest in that area here. We actually broke up above, and then you guys see we have a new higher low and a high right here. And this area, this structure didn't come lower than this. So this can be potentially a higher low, signifying that the market wants to go higher. Okay, so let's play this out. And it is looking like that right now. Let's see here. So I'm going to take a chance on this zone right here, this break of structure, and retesting this previous high right in here. So I will take a chance on this, and let's see where the market goes. So we did get a nice rejection off the rip right there. 343 pips. Um, and it's still kind of holding actually above this zone here. So let's see where this can go. Let me extend this out. So it's just kind of ranging. Okay, great. So look at this. So look, now we have confirmation of um, direction, right? We have a directional bias now. So possibly the market can retest back in this area and then continue to the upside, right? Can break this, retest, and continue to the upside. So let's see where this goes. Okay, so this is kind of choppy right now, very rangy price action. Um, okay, so what I'm seeing now is we have, a couple touches in this supply area. We have a supply zone up here, and we have broken structure now actually to the downside. Um, I'm going to keep this zone there just to keep it genuine. But ultimately, we have broken structure now. So I am going to be looking at this zone as well, right in here. Okay, so there was a bounce off of this zone here for about 200 plus pips. Um, and now we see the true direction of the market here. So let me delete this one. Now we see the market, right, has a high, and then we broke structure. Price broke through these lows, giving us a lower low. Okay, and then since price did not come back up above this area here, giving us a higher high, right now we have a higher low in this area here. And now we have continued to the downside even more. And where was the previous structure that was broken? It is about right in here. So potentially we can see the market, break structure, retest, and continue to the downside for sell opportunities. So let's play this out. So I would be selling right here up in this zone right here. I would be going for sells right now. Um, and let's see where this goes and what happens. Okay, awesome, awesome. So this right here to here is around a 600 pip move. So that is flowing with the markets, guys. Remember, structure is king, right? Learning and studying market structure is going to help you guys so much in your trading. And I think that is it for this back testing. I hope you guys enjoyed this session here and got a lot of insight from this video. If you guys, learned anything from this video, give me a like and subscribe. I would appreciate it very much. And comment down below of anything that you potentially learned or had an insight on. And yeah, let's keep continuing to win. Let's keep studying and growing. And I hope you guys continue to have a good rest of your day. But until the next time, peace out.